flavor? Where's the flavor in this? I don't taste anything.
Wow. This is incredible. The flavor is immaculate. Never tasted anything like this before. The way it just...
So you guys are always asking for more Sandra Bullock stories, so I guess I'll give you one. So one night, we were sitting there talking about, whatever it was we were talking about, and she just randomly asked me, she said, "What's your favorite dessert?" And I thought about it. And then I answered, I said, "Well, being from Texas, I like pecan pie. That's just what, that's what we eat." And she was, "Oh my gosh, I love pecan pie. It's so good." We talked for a little bit, and then we dropped it, and I didn't think anything else of it. The following morning, I show up to set to shoot. Like I said, completely forgot about it. I'm getting ready, and there's a knock on my door on my trailer. And I open up the door, and there is, I kid you not, Academy Award-winning actress Sandra Bullock standing there outside my trailer with like 5 little handmade pecan pie tartlet things. It came with this letter, so I'll read it. It says, "Jay, your wish is my command. I hope you like them. Love, Sandy B." There you go. They were amazing, by the way. We're at my mom's house, and this is where I keep all my movie stuff, and we're going through it, and a lot of this stuff I haven't seen for years. So I've got this, pretty cool. It's the back to my chair from Hancock. Originally, it was called John Hancock, and then we changed the title to Hancock Lake, but it's got a stain on it. It's probably 13 years old. It's probably, who knows what all this has been through. Here's my one from Blindside. Goes on the back of my director's chair. They thought it would be better if we did our characters' names instead of our real names because they thought it would bring us closer as a family.
A healthy reminder. This bitch walked. She fucking strutted that runway, mama, so that Peppa could run.
Yes, sir. What?
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
Have one now.
This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys, okay? Listen. Okay. Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me. How you...
Desk, chest of drawers, you have a nightstand, light, an alarm. Oh, and Sean says all the pro athletes use futons if they can't find a bed big enough, so I got you one of those. Of course, the frame was heinous. It's not about to let that in my house, but I got you something nicer.
It's mine?
Yes, sir. What?
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
Yeah, so I got a lot of requests, people asking how's Lily. Lily is the sweetest, most amazing person ever. Me and her and Quentin used to go bowling all the time together after shooting. And she made me look good because I'm the worst bowler ever, but it was the sweetest thing. But I remember one time, it was a few years ago, it was like 2017, I saw that she was doing a book signing. Her new book was coming out, and she was going to have a book signing, so I thought I'd show up and, crash it. And I got there, and they snuck me back in, and I walked in like this to hug her, and she was like, she had no idea, and then it clicked, and she goes, "Oh my gosh," and it was like the most sweet moment ever. We got to take a picture, and it was the coolest thing ever. It was the first time I'd seen her, since the premiere. And, it was pretty cool because she'll always be my first on-screen sister.
If you die trying for something important, then you have both honor and courage. And that's pretty good. I think that's what the writer was saying, that you should hope for courage and try for honor. And maybe even pray that the people telling you what to do have some too.
Look, here's the deal. I don't need y'all to approve my choices, all right? But I do ask that you respect them. You have no idea what this boy's been through, and if this is going to become some running diatribe, I can find an overpriced salad a lot closer to home.
Leanne, I'm so sorry. We didn't intend to...
No, we didn't, really.
I think what you're doing is so great. To open up your home to him, and... Honey, you're changing that boy's life.
No. He's changing mine.
And that's awesome for you, but what about Collins?
What about Collins?
Aren't you worried? I mean, even just a little. He's a boy, a large black boy, sleeping under the same roof.
Shame on you.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Is It Representation or Inspiration Porn? The Black History Edition. In the queue we have The Blind Side, a story about a white woman who rescues... Freudian slip. It's the one with Sandra Bullock, okay? Michael is portrayed as the perfect black man in order to get white viewers to deem him worthy of sympathy. He has no sex drive, has perfect table manners, and the most he wants out of society is a roof over his head and food. He's a good Negro. Exhibit B. Michael never shows any emotion unless it's to protect his white family members or as a result of failing to protect his white family members. Exhibit C. Name 3 things you get to learn about Mike's character that don't include football or being timid. Name 2.
Well, one thing I know about shopping is that if you don't absolutely love it in the store, you won't wear it. The store's where you like it the best. So before you choose something, think of yourself wearing it and say to yourself, is this me?
To answer your question, yes, I am. One of the main questions I get is, what happened? You did Blindside and then we never really saw you again. And it was kind of on purpose because I was 13 years old, and as you could probably imagine, my life changed overnight, and I was not a regular kid. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to play sports. I'm a huge sports fan. I wanted to get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I wanted to do all the stuff people do in junior high and high school, and I couldn't do it because I was always traveling or doing stuff. And I felt really sorry for myself for no reason, honestly. So, looking back at it now, I am glad I did it because it humbled me for sure, and I got a real taste of reality and what real life was like. So I was able to appreciate the things that I was blessed with more. But don't worry, I got some really cool things coming for you guys. Just stay tuned, I promise.
If number 7 is living on your For You page right now, then you need to watch these football movies and TV shows that are going to give you all the feels, and I'm going to tell you who you're going to simp for because it's inevitable. Up next is The Blind Side. Now, I don't simp for anyone in this, but SJ carries the movie and he gives all the feels. Then we got When the Game Stands Tall, and it's either going to be Chris or Danny.
So I get recognized, pretty frequently. It's not as much as I used to because I look a little older. But I think probably my favorite time I ever got recognized was one time I was at like a Men's Warehouse or something, and I had to get a tie, like a red tie for this event I was going to. And this older guy that was working there was helping a customer, and he saw me looking over, and he kept like looking at me like that. I know you look. And finally he walked up and he said, "Hey man, are you in that movie?" And I said, "Yes sir, that's me." And he goes, "Hey, I'm a big fan. I love your movie." I said, "Oh, thank you so much." And I didn't think anything of it. And I went back to looking at the ties, and he goes over there and back to helping the customer. And I overhear him and he goes, "Yeah, you ever seen Home Alone? That's that kid." I was like, no, that's not me. And he goes, "Well, what movie are you in?" I said, "The Blind Side." And he goes, "Yeah, the football one. Yeah, well, you're good in that." I don't know what year this guy thought it was, but I wasn't even born when Home Alone came out. I think Home Alone, the first one was like 93 or 91. I wasn't born till 96.
If I say I hate white people, never ever am I talking about this lovely lady right here. This is my queen, ho. I love her. We like this.
When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes. I'm just a kid, and life is a nightmare.
Hey! Ref, you gonna do something about this. He just kicked my boy in the head, and he cussed him. Thank you.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Wingate, 15 yards.
What?
You shut up, you get another 15.
This young man plays for my team, and I will defend him like he's my own son against you or any other redneck son of a bitch.
Don't worry, Coach. I got you, babe.